Hello and welcome back to the China campaign. And where we left off, we were invading. We'd done a small little naval invasion around here, and we're definitely going to try and take Guangzhou. Although Tojo looks like he's struggling a little bit with what he's having to face, but we'll see how we do. Broadcasting is what we've started, and we're into 38 for tech and things. We've got a lot of stuff in the production queue, and we seem to have got a pretty decent amount of IC knocking around. Where we might have a few issues, we're still fighting this battle up here. And we are starting to reach Guanxi click territory, and we've got this rather irritating battle here that I'm trying to fix. I don't know why they're fighting like they are, but they're really going for it in Xenamen. We're not quite at the 70% mark, but once we take this province and this province, we'll probably get to 70%. And once we take out the communists, I mean, I'm not that bothered about Xaibizan Ma, to be honest. They haven't got a huge amount of units. But once we take out the communists, I can wheel the forces from up here, and then we can crash into Chengdu and Chongqing, like so. And we're also about to take the major airbase here, which... Oh, no. That's the major airbase. Sorry. Really wanting us to buy planes off us at the moment, which is good. Shows our technology is quite nice. And metal-wise, we're really high. We need to probably sort out our oil situation a little bit. Oh, and we've got the ability to create the Republic of China Nanking. So you know what? Let's create that regime. Ooh. Oh. It's a big boy. Yeah, and that's sort of... It's pushed their surrender progress down a bit, but... That's a pretty large amount of land and things. And then we can give more Chinese territory over to them. And yeah, let's get the supply organization one. Yeah, by creating them, we're just gonna hopefully help with the issues around supply, etc. And we, wow! So we just got the Greater Co-Prosperity Spear 2, which grants us IC 17.5, supplies, leadership, dissent change, ruling party support, IC efficiency, and resources. Wow, that's a really good upgrade there. And do we think a three-pronged attack? Or do we think, you know what, let's try and break through there first. Let's break over the river everywhere we can before we do anything else. Because we are very close to Chongqing, as you can see. We are literally knocking on the door. And hopefully Chen, whatever it's called, will fall soon. Wow, this is the best they've fought, like, since the war started. This is honestly unbelievable. I'm shocked. Like, they're actually putting up one hell of a stubborn resistance here. I don't know what they've been drinking. They got something in the beans. And then this doesn't look good. This has not gone as we wanted it to. There are a lot more units there than I thought there were. Hopefully the Guangxi clique doesn't come along and start causing us problems. Right, there we go. We freed up a load more units now after taking that town. We can get these guys to head south. There we go. And more CAGs being built. And yeah, gaining a lot of production surplus. Let's put it more into supplies. We want to try and keep that supply ratio ticking on over really as quickly as we can. I'm going to take, that province out. And I think the same over here. We desperately need to take this province. What is going on? Why are you so tough? Let's move like that. Let's try and relieve our marines. And I think we will take the Hankow Peninsula. Looks like the Guangxi clique are going to be a tougher nut to crack than I originally gave them credit for. Alright, let's hopefully get you moving. Mountains are not the ideal terrain for tanks. And I feel like we're in a position soon where I'm going to need to do some sort of reorganization. Right, a couple of units just immediately broke then. So that's at least halfway useful. Let's take our units down to here. Like so, and then we will leave it there. We got capital ship main armament increase, so there's a couple of decent things there now. Does that mean in capital we can now... No, we can't get the next level of battleship class. Yeah, so we're going to hold off for a minute. Let's get on to industry techs. So, yeah, we definitely want both of those. We're not quite at that magic 100,000 number that I wanted. We haven't really expanded the army at all yet. Let's use them to support. Break through against that single garrison unit. And try... Yeah, we're not losing any organisation, so we are slowly going to push through here. It might just take a bit of time. Let's turn that battle around. Now, we do have a couple of planes that we can use for support. I thought about this earlier. We've got some units that we can send up to here. And then hopefully from there we can use them to do ground attack. Right, there we go. That's broken the resistance there. That stubborn unit of garrison troops that was causing so many problems. And our movement around the coastline is coming along nicely. Let's get everyone, like, you know, moving in the same direction. We want to close down the front a tad. Because, yeah, we need a little bit of support over here, I reckon. Because we do stand a small risk of our tanks getting encircled. And then how much do you have, by the way, of supply? Oh, 38 days, loads. What about you? Because you've actually got more of you in a single area. 28, okay. That's not as good. More planes, please. Yep. Let's get them over there. And let's hope we can push through. Another moderate research breakthrough. And perfect. They want to build submarines. Hey, you know what? If you're going to build any ships, then yeah, I would actually want you to build submarines. You know what? Let's move on round like this. Okay, this is pretty favourable at the moment now. We've got a bit caught over here, but we've dealt with that now, and yeah, they are once again falling down. And we are really not at all far away from their capital. Now, did that light carrier tech allow us to research anything new over here? No, it didn't. Oh well. That's fine. You know, sometimes I like to see if we can do the naval techs early, but sometimes you just don't have the opportunity. Back onto industrial production then. And our IC really is going through the roof now. Probably got the option to build a few more ships relatively soon. And bearing in mind this is the bad weather. Oh. Yeah, the planes are making the difference. They are slowly but surely whittling down that mountain unit. It looks like their actual, like, unit strength is going to break before their morale, which shows that our soft and hard attack stats are really good. And we can expand the regime a little bit, so we shall. Let's make a very powerful puppet there. And the last of the Republic of China's lands in like this area look like they're going to be given over. No, I don't think there's much chance of a concerted counterattack. Right, Nanchong. Literally... Oh, no, that's not the one. That's not it. Don't get your hopes up. Nearly got the communists out of this. Literally. We can see it turning around. Ooh. Okay. So, how long are you going to take to get there? 1st of February. Okay, you're going to take a bit of time. Just, no need to rush it. Let's, let them reorganize themselves. And you know what? We can use you. Air power is so good in Black Ice. It's the one problem with base game Hearts of Iron 3, actually, that I've always sort of said that it isn't very good, is the actual, like, Air Force in base Hearts of Iron is, in my opinion, a little bit useless for the amount of IC it costs. Okay, so you're already 20% of the way towards capitulation. And we've got you moving in 31st, 29th. So you're actually speeding up as time goes on. 17 hours. Let's get next industrial production tech going. Surge of volunteers. That's actually a really good event for just getting a little bit of a boost to our manpower. And let's make our way down like that. And then we've got our swarm of random assorted units that have come out of nowhere that are making their way in this direction. And that battle is turning its way around. I must say, our units are getting extremely experienced. Let's reallocate you there, and then we can maybe do an encirclement of Chongqing. In fact, I think we can. Let's move that unit down there as well. And then yeah, we can get around it. Oh. Damn, son. We're going to encircle the capital. And hopefully we'll beat that infantry. God damn it. Why, Zybi Zanmar? Why? Why would you do this? Ah, the Taiwan Strait. That gives us a little bonus. Come on. Break them. Break them down. Ooh. Come on, you can do this. I have faith. It's only 1938, and as I say, things are... This is the ideal scenario, really. For what I wanted. I wanted a situation where our units were in prime position, really. It looks like Guangxi, you know, its days are numbered. We've done this really well, ladies and gentlemen. This has been the ideal invasion, really. You know, I did put the Chinese on, you know, a relatively hard difficulty. I didn't put them on, you know, easy mode, but we've absolutely, you know, without the use of tanks, we've blitzkrieged them. That's the easiest way of putting it. We're already at Hong Kong. Although, yeah, we could do with maybe chasing them around. And we're going to be on to the next generation of carriers, I think, relatively soon. Once we get the capital ship screws going, I think I'm going to... Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to build a new set of carriers as well in a minute. And this is doing the business. We're going to have an extremely experienced army when this is done. Like, our units are going to be, our generals, etc., are going to be extremely good. This unit is holding out a lot better than I want it to. Ah, battlecruiser class. We could build battlecruisers. Yeah, let's get an upgrade to them. And then back around to industry. Let's get the supply production. Take a little bit out of officers because we don't need 18 in there. And spy wise, it looks like that extra impact is helping. I think we're about to hit about to hit 100,000. Yeah, there's the 100,000 mark. Now, we are being counterattacked there, but we did handle it. And yeah, you guys are 44 hours until you can attack again. Let's break through there. We've nearly got the surround And aha. So these are at 40. Now, does that allow anything else? What for fleet carrier? What do we need to do? Carrier screws at least 4. Let's start doing them immediately. Let's start doing all the 38 naval techs right now. At least in relation to carriers. Oh, we lost a battle. How disappointing. Right, we've so close. So close. Right, come on. Don't let them reinforce. Don't let them do it. Hold them in place. Come on. Get in there. You are so unbelievably close. Don't care if, you know, these units die completely. The only thing that matters is knocking out the communists. Oh, Anschluss. Okay, so the Germans have started moving. Oh, we've done it. Oh, we've done it. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, right. So we just need to hold out for a couple of hours. There we go. Right, the communists are out. They are out of it. Okay, which has some good benefits. So, like carrier armor thickness. Let's get the all of the carrier techs. Go in. Carrier hangar. Do all of those now, and then let's have a look back on industry. All of these, let's get those, and then we'll keep 9 officers, I think. Or, you know what? Yeah, I think the infantry radio communication is actually a decent tech. Job done against the communists. They're often the last to fall if you let them dig in, so hey. Happy days. And then let's try and cut that unit off. Okay, and we've got the drop on them, it seems like. So the nationalists are still a fair amount away from actually capitulating, but maybe the end of the year? Possibly. And then grant Chinese, yeah. Yeah, they're getting all the land. All of the land. We are getting a couple of breaks, which isn't the best. Let's take a look at that. Is it light infantry? Yeah, it's a couple of those light infantry units. They are good, but sometimes they can be a bit hit and miss. At least a little bit hit and miss in major battles, let's put it like that. Okay, so now that we've handled that business, and it looks like we are going to encircle their capital, then what is next? Let's divert some more forces like in this direction and start trying to surround Chengde as well. because, yeah, they've got that province and that one. Oh, and then this poxy little one here. Okay, so we do need to push through Guangxi to take that. So we desperately need to get through what is a pretty sizable defensive position down here in Guangxi, I will admit. Let's head on round, and then let's do that. Wow, Treaty of Munich already. The Germans always seem to do those events very close to each other, like extremely close to each other. I don't think we need any more battleships, honestly. Should we build another light cruiser fleet? So let's get 6 of them. And then I think we need 4 heavy cruisers. Yeah, let's do that. Let's build a huge amount of ships. And this major battle is going our way. It took a bit of time, but we are definitely winning it. Right, let's push out here with this unit. There's an opportunity to. Let's take it. If we can. Let's just lock them down in place. There's a lot of garrisons, you know, and garrisons are good, like, don't get me wrong, they are useful, but the problem that they can have is they can be a little bit one-dimensional. And let's let them expend themselves on that front. There really isn't very much of nationalist China left. It's all over here, with not a lot of victory points. They've literally got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they got 3. Testament to our innate skill here. Ooh, that's a lot of infrastructure. Advance. Okay, so that's 39. Let's take that off, and then let's put a little bit more into spies. And then officers wise, yeah, we are just keeping our ratio sort of where we want it. And there's 4 divisions there that we've got the opportunity to take out. And we can start expanding outwards. Right, and we are closing in on the capital, which is good. And we're trying to break through and encircle them here. Our troops are very, very good. Okay, so we have reached Hong Kong proper. Now, let's fling our units in at what is probably one of the better IC zones of the country, at Guangzhou. If we take that, then, you know, IC-wise, they're going to struggle. And they're definitely not going to escape, I don't think. Barring something absolutely crazy. We've nearly established aid to our marine units here. Let's get radios. These 2 are worth doing. Let's get, not worth it for that one, and let's donate 4,000 supplies. And let's complete the encirclement of the capital. In early 1938, this is unbelievable. Might as well get all of you involved, to be honest. Let's close the noose. And I think let's bring you guys over here. Ishiwara is a very high-ranking Marine commander now, and taking Guangzhou has had its positive impact. Just judging by the leadership jump. Well, it doesn't actually look that positive. Yeah, and we are still increasing that ratio. And we're in a position now where we can push on out. So let's hit them where it hurts. A couple more garrison units. And the Guangxi clique is being overwhelmed. Absolutely, completely overwhelmed. But they're putting up a pretty stern fight outside of Guangzhou here. Mr. Sakai T is handling business by the looks of it there. And that encirclement movement is what's going to swing that battle, because we're going to go from an envelopment penalty hopefully to an encirclement penalty pretty quickly. Right, you can keep on pushing. Including over that river there. And this seems like an inexhaustible march of progress now, because the front is getting smaller. Every province we take at the moment, I think, is actually decreasing the front size pretty substantially. We just need it to probably decrease in size a little bit more. And then we've also got this massive Guangxi clique troops in the capital that we need to sort out. Okay, the Soviet army can be beaten. Relation to the Soviets decreases. We don't want war with the Soviets. At least not at the moment. Maybe in the future. I mean, when it comes to a tactical plan, once the war in China is over, I will give you a breakdown of what the tactic is going to be. Or at least what I hope the tactic will be. And this battle is taking a real large load of time. Fighter pilot training. Yeah, we'll let that roll. Want our fighters to be, you know, pretty effective. And that's about to go to an encirclement penalty in a minute. Yep, there we go. And we're going to take Guangzhou quite easily. Now, it's still nowhere near capitulation, because we're not near their two provinces back here or here. So, we do need to fix that. Let's take all of the units that aren't currently involved in the fighting and have them push. And we really should be handling this. Got a new German ambassador, and no, I don't want just a single divisional headquarters. Not worth it for the IC decrease. Right, come on. Finish it. Do it. Finish it off. And I think I will do autarky in this campaign, because if we can get a little bit of like self-oil production, that's going to help, because our deficit right now is 100 oil a day, which ain't great. That's not good at all. But we don't have the most motorized army in the world, so hopefully oil won't be an issue like majorly going forwards. And then the real question is, do we need to be in that province? Or can we afford to just shorten the front? Yeah, let's shorten the front there as well, and then that's going to give us the tools we need to encircle Chengdu. Right, there we go. So, we've handled business here. And now we can break through with these units into the interior of the Guangxi clique. That's irritating. It's very irritating, in fact. Let's get our Cav forces to head on down, because I guess they don't actually need to be here anymore. I didn't think about that. And then let's get our planes to attack each one of these partisan groups, because you should be able to deal with them quite quickly. Get all of the cav down. And we're moving out. There we go. Alright, so step one of the encirclement over here and here is complete. We are nearly at step 2. And then once we've got the capital surrounded and taken, that'll decrease their unit count pretty substantially as well. And we've nearly supported. Yeah, we're nearly there. This is the last death knells. Next few months. So it looks like my 38 prediction wasn't that far wrong. It was pretty bang on. Let's use our tanks to keep pushing. And then it's easy enough job for you to finish that off, and then let's actually now restrict you to these 2 provinces. There we go. And now it's just those 2. Okay, so we dealt with the partisans with our air force. I will most definitely take that. Right, and we've encircled them from down here. So next up, once we're done with that, is going to be, yeah, a movement into these two provinces to encircle Chengdu. And then we want Guiyang. I'm very sorry, by the way, for anyone that's Chinese or Japanese that watches my videos. I must say I'm terrible at pronunciation at the best of times, and trying to pronounce these province names is awful. So I apologise in advance. I try my best. I really do. With the fall of the capital, they'll be down to, yeah, they'll be on to Nanning at that point. Yep, so that's done that. Let's see if we can't complete this little encirclement. Oh, you're not needed to move. Well, you know what, you might as well. Every little helps. How long is it going to be? Perfect. Right, so there's the capital taken. We're nearly in a position to yeah, clean up the mess that was left behind here. I don't think, yeah, it's literally just you. Yeah. And I don't care if we lose a non-important province like that. It's not at all important. Right, you can get supported. And then we've got you moving on down. Now we're just backing out of one province just to make it a little bit easier. Oh, and they've decided to try and counterattack. Isn't that cute? And we are keeping that officer ratio nice and high. Let's keep this push going. I want to try and finish off the Chinese in this episode, even if it's a bumper episode. No, that's just what I want to do. Right, and then, yeah, you're going to take that one out. Right, yeah, we've got a province there actually that we need to move up on. We are supporting an attack pretty much everywhere. Let's keep that going. Ideal scenario at the moment. You know, everything is still going as we wanted it to. It's just taking a little bit less time, or a little bit more time than I thought it would. But it does look like we are going to surround both of their remaining provinces, as well as this one as well. As well as taking back Chengdu from the communists. Or sorry, the partisan uprising. think we just got an airbase blueprint increase. Yeah, so we do really need to work on our Air Force and things once this war's over. We're going to work on Navy and Air Force. We're going to build, I think, a few specialised divisions to supplement our army. We've got our next carriers due out relatively soon. So that should make practical a little bit better. So yeah, it is quite literally... Do we need to take both of these? 81%. So if we can get to the 20% mark, that'll probably do it. And they are giving it their all. They are trying to attack here. And I'm going to let them... Yeah, we're going to let them try that. And then we're going to bomb them into oblivion. You haven't really got the best range. From here, though, you would. Yep, let's let the bombing commence. Yep, let's keep that movement on up. And then we're going to try and take Lishan here. Still fighting hard, the Guangxi clique. They've got a couple of specific areas where they've done very well in. They've put up more of a fight than the Chinese nationalists have, that's for sure. And let's try and push over from both sides. We might as well, because Marines are good at crossing. So we'll capture those divisions and take them out. I'm just wondering at what point to attack into here. I think we should let the bombers keep pressure up. We are up to a very solid 252 on the old... Oh, 39? Nope, we don't need to be doing that. Decryption machine and things. Okay, so we're on to construction techs again. Yeah, new industrial zone. Yeah, let's break into there. Let's surround their other major province. It's better to do this methodically than to rush it. And the last of the Soviet equipment looks like it's being handled. And the last of the Chinese ports are about to fall to us as well. This battle, though, is a little bit of a pain. Aha! Right, is now the best time? Probably. Let's just go for it. Let's see how it looks. It looks good. It does look good. We're going to let those units recover, though, because they might need to. And we're going to support attack with that unit. Okay, so far, so good. Let's let these units keep on moving up. I think the writing was on the wall, really, when we did the encirclement around here. Once we'd captured that 15 or so units, that was it. That really was the last of any meaningful resistance that they had left, to be honest. Oh, and that battle's now going on. That's good. It looks like we're struggling a little bit there, but that doesn't matter too much. The nationalists are up to 53.9. This is the siege of their remaining areas. And speaking of sieges, the Guangxi clique is about to suffer a similar fate. Their last major settlements look like they're about to be attacked and dealt with. A couple of very good generals, including this guy who, you know, he has actually been one of their better generals. And a national mobilization law. So, the national mobilization law had 50 clauses which provided for government controls over civilian organizations, including labor unions, nationalization of strategic industries, price controls, and rationing. So we get a little bit of energy, a little bit of metal, a little bit of rares, a little bit of leadership, and a little bit of IC efficiency. We'll take that. They're all good bonuses. Useful. And you know what? Let's just put the final nail in the coffin. Tang Enbo is who is in command here, and we have Kotonaka. HE ammunition increase, 41. Ooh, like cruiser class. No, we don't need to do that yet. As much as you want to do all the naval techs, restrain yourself. But you can do the infantry techs. We need to get those up a little bit more. Now, once the war with China is over, we're going to be in a position where we're going to need to start thinking about sort of phase 2, so to speak. You know, what's the plan once everything's been dealt with? And the Guangxi clique is on its way out. Although this battle is not going at all as we want it to. Okay, you need to hold up. Let's let the Cav take that. And then you guys Let's have you reinforce down here. Because we're so close, but yet so far, it feels like. Just based on that battle. Jesus. No, no, no. Hold off. If they want to counterattack, then, you know, be my guest. They must have all of their units in this one province. You're all gonna head on round. We're gonna encircle these guys as well. We're not gonna muck around. We're gonna play this tactically. We're right at the end. We don't need to rush. In fact, there's zero need to rush. Got our cav making its way in. They'll be there on the 15th. They're very quick. Once we take these guys, we'll take this province. That will handle, you know, handle everything else. Right, it's one single garrison unit. You can easily handle that. Come on. Just need to flow on round. Come on, take Nanning. Come on in. Okay, so there goes the Guangxi click. So. Okay, good news, good news. So that's a lot of units that probably have disappeared now. Yeah, it's a fair amount of units that have disappeared. So, up next then... Yeah, it's definitely the nationalists. So... Perfect. We just completed the encirclement of Chengdu. Let's send all of our infantry that we've got lying around here in. And they can't unfortunately reach, but yeah, they probably can. Yeah. And we got infantry moving in just to act as like an extra bulwark. Oh, and we got the float plane fighter focus, so that's actually really useful because, aha! Yes, we might be in the scout focus, but because we've got the fighter focus as well, that helps. We've got 2 benefits now. Good news. Now, I imagine there's an option probably... to give over extra, yeah, which is what we will do. And we are being counterattacked in one single position, but I'm not sure which one is their capital, but aha! Okay, so extra carriers. Very good. So that means we can build our next set of carriers. So we're going to go with another 2 carriers, and these ones will be of the Hiru class, Imagi and Karasagi. Let's get them. And they'll be out by September of 1939. Bearing in mind we've got some more carriers on the way out. I imagine our practical will increase even more. The Kido Butai will be very strong. And we are being counterattacked in a couple of places, but it's fairly minor. And then let's get our specialist light infantry to move on round. Let's try and break through into Yuan. You'd think they'd be trying to sue for peace to keep their own lands, these warlords, but obviously not. And the last of our enemies will be Zybizan Ma, which have got a pretty decent little mountain redoubt there, but we should be able to handle it. And the majority of China will be taken by us and dealt with. Just need to finish off Chengdu here. Yeah, we're melting them away. It is slowly but surely working out. It's just a garrison unit or 2 that are left now. Oh, the garrison unit actually completely just smashed. Perfect. Okay, so we can take that province. And they're down to, I think, their last one now. Right, so they are retreating there. Let's strategically redeploy. And then keep our units heading on round. Like so. Okay, so nearly into June. And as I say, they're down to this rather irritating province of Guanyin, which we need to take. Now, once we take this airbase, I don't think their air forces will have anywhere left to go. That's their last major airbase, I think. Right, you can hold off. And I think air power has been the deciding factor in a couple of these battles. That's for sure. And let's get that surround going of their last major province. Oh, and they want to buy some submarines as well. Everyone wants to buy submarines from us. Who can blame them? We've obviously got some of the best submarines. And assault concentration advance. And I think we're going to hold off on that one. Got another sort of circa 3 odd mil to use. Or, sorry, circa, yeah, 1 extra, 2 maybe. yeah, defensive position designs, we definitely want to get that. And our upgrades are well and truly under control now as well. And our units are moving fairly quickly to get into position. Fairly quickly, not mega quickly, but fairly. We are like slow and steady today. We are just not very with it. I've got a level 5 commander nearly there, which is good. Okay. And our motorized units are making their way round. Fighting off against some Soviet equipment. And how many victory provinces does Yuan have? They have 2. Okay, so hopefully we can easily handle that. Yeah, and our units are replenishing. It's just taking a little bit of time after the major battles that we've fought. Speaking of major battles, this one looks like it's coming to a close. And into May. I wonder why this group is struggling so much. Yeah, they're not better than us. At least I don't think they are. Just seems a little bit odd. Stop. Right. Oh, they sent some leaflets. The Chinese in the last, you know, defiant last, like, thing have decided to drop some leaflets on us as we surround their final provinces. How dare they? God, and he's nearly a level 6 commander. We can probably chuck him in, actually. Let's get him to lead the battle when he gets there. Because we're in a much better position now to attack them. We'll just leave behind that cab unit because they're not very good. Right, and another swarm of volunteers has just come up, so that's good. Right, how long? 13th of the 1 o'clock on the 15th. Or the 5th, sorry. It's now 11. Let's get all of them involved that can. 9 units of garrison troops. But we're being led by probably our best commander. And we're attacking them with 5 of our own sort of better troops. We'll let those roll. We want to have very good marine divisions, so I'm happy to let them continue. I'm not sure why they've suddenly turned up. Some random nationalist forces in the rear that have just appeared out of nowhere, but we've got some units that we can send to counter them. Let's send them over. And just send some of our auxiliary troops just to handle business. It's a shame we haven't got another air base that's slightly closer. So from there to there, it's 387. From there to there, it's 474. Okay. Ah, no. Ah, we've got you. Perfect. Right, let's go there. And then hopefully they'll have range from there. Yep, they do indeed. And then how about you? Yep, you do too. Right, let's get all of our planes to bomb the living daylights out of these garrison units. And then we can surround with these units. They've got a very weak, like, army in principle, but in practice, although we're making some headway on a couple of their divisions, this will be the end of the nationalist Chinese threat. And it looks like they're throwing all of the units they have left into this. And good old Yamashita needs to just hold on for a little bit longer so he reaches level 6. Oh, there we go. Planes look like they're turning the tide of this battle. Right, I'm going to call it another episode here. Thank you very much for watching. In the next episode, we're going to take out Yuan, the nationalist Chinese, and I don't think we'll take out Zanmar. I might do that off camera because I mean, it's just going to be a slog just finishing that final bit off. But thanks for watching this episode. I'll see you on the next one.